motivation for the Reps MMA crew. Martin Chester makes his way to the cage. As you mentioned before, Steve, lots of amateur fights, great record. He's fought some exceptionally, the toughest guys around. And great guys around him, great things happening around him. Conor Hitchens coming through, his coach Steve Nightingale. You know, this is a great time for him to really attack and take these big fights.
Yeah, one thing that the Reps team seem to do particularly well, I mean, you look at the records of Conor and Martin, and some of the, I mean, these guys, these are amateurs having 10, 12, 14, 15 fights, getting themselves as ready as they can be for that, and I think that's probably the way forward for fighters now.
Yeah, exactly. There's no rush pushing these guys through too soon. You know, they can climax too soon or they cannot be ready. I think Steve with his lads at Reps is doing it exactly the right way, and they're paying dividends now. They're getting big title fights on shows like this.
Yeah.
And, you know, then you start winning these titles, then you're ready for the pro ranks. But definitely, don't rush them. Let them take it at their own pace. You'll know when they're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds and is for UK Fighting Championships lightweight title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome and his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner,
Sam Slater, Martin Chester. Lightweight title on the line here at UK Fighting Championships. Slater representing SPG Ireland. Paddy Houlihan in his corner. Reps MMA representative Martin Chester. So I've seen Spencer fight before. Very sharp striker, durable, tough as well. You know, you come from SPG Ireland, you know these guys are going to be well versed. Nice inside low kick.
Those low kicks are messing with him. This is what Martin wants, I think.
Yeah, trying to close down that distance. He's got good head position in there. Nice tight underhook. See Slater fishing for an underhook of his own to try and turn his back off the fence. Single leg attempt from Chester.
Good balance being shown by Slater here. Oh!
Look for the knee to the head. I think he's been working with Ido Portal with that balance.
Hey, man. Martin.
Chester staying on that clinch, nice and tight.
Staying heavy against the cage.
Looking for the double.
Swapped it to, looking for, yeah, pulling up the single leg now. Maybe going to look to step behind and trip him down.
Yeah. And whilst you've got to commend the balance and the defence of Slater from this position, you know, he's just defending.
That's all it is.
And you've got Chester pushing the pace and trying to attack out to the back now.
On his back now, drags him down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's looking for. It looked like he was going for a volley drop, but then he went on the inside with a leg.
Trying to take his back.
Looks for the knee bar to Slater. Spencer's just not got to turn in towards that knee, not let him get it straight for the angle. He's got to turn back into him.
Chester being patient, listening to his corner.
If he can pass that leg, and he needs it there, he's all the way out. Onto the back now of Slater.
But again, Slater looking composed, calm.
Both hooks are in now for Chester.
Has he got that choke in?
He's off to the side though, not the best position to finish, but it does look under the chin. Slater trying to fight the choke off. That's under the chin. He hasn't got a great angle, but he's under the chin. So if he can keep that squeeze going, Slater trying to turn in towards his chest, which is the right thing to do.
Slater's,
and he's out.
And he's out. Excellent work by Slater.
And now Slater's on top, looking to take the back himself.
Both corners frantically shouting advice at their fighters.
Nice trip there from Slater to get on top. Looking to pass that knee slide through for the half guard pass. Straight
Nice.
side control, and he's on the back.
I mean, that transition was smooth.
That was beautiful, seamless. Looking to control the wrist. Obviously going to help him in the fight for the choke, but he's
Excellent
run out of time.
competitive first round.
Yeah,
very, very nice.
That is a great first round. That is 3 minutes of back and forth fighting between two clearly very talented amateurs. I mean, weighing that one up. Probably Chester maybe spent more time in control, got to the back, was close with the choke. But then Slater, last minute of the round, managed to turn it round, get on top.
You know, the best excuse in the world when we do this job is simply this. There are 3 guys who are paid to watch it for that kind of detail, and I'm paid to watch it for a little bit of fun. And I couldn't tell you who won that round. I was leaning towards Sam, but you started talking, now I'm second-guessing myself.
So malleable, Steve, so easily influenced.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm sitting next to a Renaissance man. I gotta...
It's one of the fighters are in action. Thank you.
Excited for the second round. This is going to be exciting. There was some good stand-up exchanges early on in the first until Chester forced that clinch.
Very exciting.
Looking again for that inside low kick is Slater, but he ate a straight left from the southpaw Chester.
Rocked his head back, but didn't take his eyes off him. Back to that kind of very... He's got a really smooth movement.
Yeah, it's kind of bouncy. It's a bit Gunnar Nelson-esque, with a little bit side on, quite bouncy, flicking. And again, Chester forces the clinch, stuffs his man on the fence.
Working for that single again.
Slater, great balance from that position. Great hips there, but he gets taken down, slammed to side control. And the Reps MMA faithful, big cheer from him there. Chester almost out to the back, one hook. Slater trying to turn in with that Kimura grip. I mean, it's not... Sometimes that's just enough to threaten the guy to come off your back if you're worried about that being tight. He's going to go high crotch maybe. Oh, nice Kimura roll there. I'm sure there's a beautiful judo name for it, which I don't know.
I like the way you said it. I understood it. Oh, he's
Armbar.
working the armbar.
And he might have that tight.
He might have it.
Chester's gripping there, but Slater's got a lot of time to work this. And he's broken the grip, has he? Not quite.
Yet. This will be a big scalp.
And he's doing the right thing, changing the angle, trying to take the angle away from the grip strength of Chester, putting all his weight. Chester's going to try and come up on top.
Oh, and he does.
If he can keep his weight on the arm now, get his knee behind Slater's butt, try and take some of the pressure off from his hips, and he gets it free. Nice work.
Nice work.
Now he's inside the guard and he's on top. And that was close, Steve.
Yeah.
That was a very close armbar.
What's he looking for here when he's trying to take is he trying to set?
If he can get past the legs, there is something to be done with the head, but inside the guard not so much. But then you see, I think it maybe made Slater think, but if Chester can't get past the guard, there's no choke. If he can get past the guard, there can be a guillotine there.
And look at...
And that's it. There was almost a guillotine there, but he's let Slater pass the guard.
Straight into side and right into side control as well. And the one thing Slater's shown that he's Chester's equal, and the top position here could be a bad day for her.
Yeah, a bit of a shoulder of justice there on the left-hand side for Slater.
That's just
driving
not nice.
some pressure. It's not supposed to be nice, Steve.
No, it's
supposed to be the exact opposite of nice.
Yeah, I had Jimmy Wallhead do that to me. Yeah, I know that it's not nice.
That's a bit of a John Kavanagh special, that one.
But
And that, you know, Slater really took the momentum back in that round. Came very close with that armbar.
Reminder to take your seats while the fighters are in action.
Was riding out the final seconds of the round on top as well. And this is shaping up to be.
This could be quite a tasty third round.
I mean, this is not Reese Chester Rock'em Sock'em Robots. This is, you know, very measured from both guys, very technical. Both guys are clearly well versed in all the ranges. Round 3 of 5 for the title.
If Martin Chester didn't know he was in a fight, he does now. Slater's not here to lie down for the hometown boy.
Yeah, and Slater looks fresh and ready to go. Again, going inside with that low kick. Chester tries to fire back.
There is something about his movement. I mean, and he even seems to be throwing Chester's timing off. There's just something about the way Slate's moving that's making Chester just hold off pulling the trigger.
Yeah, he fights really well against a southpaw. You know, anybody think they've got a good southpaw somewhere in their gym?
Yeah, maybe 1, 2.
But good work from Slater, got the trip on top, and now he's found himself on top really early in this round with the time to work.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how he chooses to play the top game. Whether he's going to look for some shots or whether he's going to work submissions.
Keeping the arm trapped there on the far side, passes it through.
Works to take his back, and now going to try and put that hook in.
Yeah,
that right hook in.
Got a nice cross wrist position there.
He's under the chin.
Under the chin. While Chester's worrying about the arm, he slides it under the deck, and that's tight.
Looks tight.
Beautiful work there from Sam Slater. This could be Ocean
And then
at
it's
the top.
over.
Sam Slater with the finish.
That's a huge win for Sam Slater.
Excellent grappling.
Great win.
And you saw him tee up the arm, 2-on-1 on the opposite side. While Martin Chester was worrying about that. Straight arm under the chin, and that was all she wrote from there. Lovely performance. Excellent work from Sam Slater. Not all bad from Martin Chester. He had his moments, but Slater there got stronger and stronger as the fight went on.
And again, his movement, he just seems so smooth, so ready to go. Excellent performance. Excellent performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our fighters. This fight has reached the conclusion.